Number 13, Tyree Morgan. Number 15, Trayshawn Cody. Number 20, Travis Bullock. Number 21, Marvin Good. Number 22, Sean McGee. Number 14, Issa Tatari. And number 23, Chance Emerson. Assistant coach, Demetrius Walker. Student assistant, Marquise Hawthorne. Student assistant, Eli Bird. And the Great Lakes District 8 men's basketball coach of the year, head coach Ryan Miley. Coach Miley, here is your team. Great Lakes District 8 men's basketball championship flag. Congratulations to the Hawks of Hopkins College. And good luck in Danville, Illinois in the national championships. Congratulations. And now the Hawks will participate in our ceremonial neck cutting. Congratulations, hockey. of inside you. It was shining moment. It was shining moment. It was shining moment. Your brilliance in time. It was shining moment. One shining moment.
Yes. Hey everybody, welcome to Steve Schmidt Gymnasium here within the Ballinger Fieldhouse, Flint, Michigan, Mott Community College, home of the Mott Bears. We're here for the championship game in District B of the Great Lakes Tournament. My name is Chad Thompson. I'm joined by Tom Cavanaugh. This is going to be a lot of fun time. This is the one we've been waiting for.
Oh, yeah.
We've got some great basketball today. This is number 3 on the schedule. We got the Monarchs and the Cougars, two teams that have tangled this year 3 times already. And this is going to be a lot of fun. What a two great basketball teams.
I can't wait. The 2 games earlier, we got SC4 St. Clair County getting a win. You got Hocking getting it done in District A, and it's the final spot from the initial bids to that national tournament. There's going to be some at-large bids. We don't know for sure who's going to get those, but this is a line right here between Macomb and Kalamazoo. That's going to be a good one. And, you know, we go back to those 3 games that these 2 teams played earlier this year. Macomb's 3-0. They got a 92-84 overtime win.
I think that was Kalamazoo.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe you're right then.
No,
okay.
No, they're 3-0.
They are 3-0.
86-50 win in Game 2, and then the final game was another Macomb win. They won all 3, 137-111 in regulation. They scored 137 points in 40 minutes of basketball, which is absurd. So
that doesn't even seem possible.
Yeah. Well, this team also averages 97.5 points a game, so it is very possible considering this type of team and what they can do offensively.
Yeah, 2 heavyweights here. The Cougars coming in. They won the Northern Conference of the MACCA 12-0. You've got the Monarchs. They cruised to a relative, not a relative, it was a tough win, tough conference win, but they got it done. They finished top of the East. But, hey, Tom, you want to maybe shout out, give our listeners our starters, and we'll get this thing tipped off.
Definitely. We're going to start with the Kalamazoo Valley CC Cougars. Joe Lydell starting things off, the freshman guard at 6 foot 175 out of Mason, Michigan. He had 13 points and 8 rebounds against Cuyahoga in that semifinal. He averages 22 a year, so watch out for him. Ashton Atwater, a sophomore guard, 6 foot 175 as well. He's out of Otsego, Michigan. 15.5 points per game, 9 points, 5 assists, and 6 rebounds against Tri-C in that semifinal. Brandon Downs, another guard at 6'2", 175 from Coldwater, Michigan. The freshman averaging just under 11.5 points per game, but Downs went off in the semifinal. 30 points and 4 assists against Cuyahoga. And John Sweeney, another starter, the center freshman at 6'10", 235 from Mason. He had 22 points and 10 rebounds in that game against Cuyahoga. He averages only 9.9, so a huge game for John. And rounding out the lineup is your forward, Jalen Fox, at 6'4", 190 out of South Haven, Michigan. He had 12 points and 5 assists against Tri-C. This is a jam-packed lineup. A lot of great players in this opening front here for Kalamazoo Valley under Jim Horn and Josh Ryan. On the Macomb County side, at 27-3 on the year, ranked 5th in the country. They're going to start things off with the point guard, Nate Brown. Check that, Jawan Maxey, number 11, sophomore at 6'4", 200 from Detroit, Michigan. He had 13 points, 6 assists against Alpena in their semifinal game. He shoots at about 16.5 points per game. Parker Day, forward, sophomore at 6'5", 240 from Saginaw. He's a transfer from Grand Valley State University. He had a team-high 19 points and 12 rebounds in that semifinal game. Josh Hines, redshirt freshman guard at 6'1", 185. He's from Macomb, Michigan, so playing in his backyard for his entire career this year. And Indy, University of Indianapolis, is his transfer school coming from there. He averages 11.5 per game as well. Nate Brown, sophomore guard, 12.5, 13 points against Alpena. And Tamias Williams, sophomore at 6'7", 200 pounds. He went to Dakota High School, also from Macomb, Michigan. He had 14 points and 7 boards in that semifinal win. They took down Alpena 101-59. Macomb scoring 100-plus points every other game this year, averaging 97.5, as we mentioned earlier. This is going to be a team that's going to put the ball in the hoop. KVCC is going to have to match that, and they got the players to do so.
All right, lock in, everybody. This is the District B championship game. We got Williams and Sweeney squaring off on the Mott Bear at center court, and we are officially underway. Parker Day controls the tip, hands off to Maxey, pushes up the right side, right in front of the scorer's table. Over to Nate Brown, no stranger to this gym. Played for the Bears last season. His dad, Nate Brown Sr., played for the Bears for Coach Smith back in the day. Big John Sweeney with that board. First possession here for the Cougars. And Brandon Downs with a three-pointer, knocked it down from the wing, picking up where we left off the other day. I know he put up 30 in that Friday night game, I'm pretty sure.
He took the words right out of my mouth. Left off right where he started. First one at the top. I mean, that's a beautiful three-pointer. He's in a groove here at Mott Community College.
Tom, is that a set play coming out? First possession, we want to try to get Downs lined up and get him shooting right
100%.
off the bat.
It's all part of a motion. So once he gets that open spot at the top, he's free to take that shot, obviously, with the 30 ball last game.
All right, three-pointer on the way for Maxey. That's off the back of the rim. That rebound cleared by Jalen Fox. Here comes Downs the other way. Almost took a step there. Got it off to Fox in time. Sweeney working on Parker Day. Goes lefty, up off the window. No. And Day comes up with that rebound. Pushes it for the Monarchs.
Like Sweeney going strong there at the basket. Got to finish.
Williams for three. No basket there. Joe Lydell with the board. Lydell leading scorer for the Cougars, coming in at 22.3. Atwater dribbles behind the back, kicks it out to Downs in the corner. That three's long. Rebound tracked down by Sweeney, kept alive for the Cougars. Jalen Fox thought about the three, drove, tried to find Sweeney on the backdoor cut. Miscommunication there by the Cougars. That's a turnover. 18-17 left here in the first half, just getting underway. Cougars on top. 3-0. Lock in for this one. I'm sure we'll get some chatter on the YouTube feed. Give us your comments and say hello. Hopefully you enjoy this much as we are. We're in a pretty good spot here, Tom.
Perfect spot.
Bird's eye view of this one. Nate Brown with it. Inside today. Steps out off the elbow, dribbles. Working on Fox. Quick handoff to Maxey. Drives. Floater in the lane off the back of the rim. Joe Lydell with the board. He pushes it up midcourt. And three-pointer on the way for Downs. That's off the side of the rim. Goes out of bounds. So that's going to be Monarchs basketball.
Tough shot right there from Downs in the corner. That's his third three-pointer. He's one of three to start, but some positive things on the KVCC side. They're getting some offensive rebounds and taking away on the first miss from Macomb. No second-chance points so far for Macomb.
Well, that 137-111 game back on March 1st must have been just a track meet. So if I'm Kalamazoo, I want to try to, a little revenge game after that one.
Yeah, revenge from all year long. They've lost all three times. They want to win one. And
three-pointer on the way for Day. That's off the back of the rim. Rebound, Sweeney. He clears. Here come the Cougars the other way up the left side. That's Atwater. Lost the handle, able to keep it. Finds Downs. Feeds it to Fox in the corner. Sweeney, nice pass to Downs. And up and in. Brandon Downs.
What a pass.
Courtesy of Sweeney. Just a little floater pass. Way to finish at the rim for Downs. He's already got 5 points. And Maxey gets the Monarchs open on the scoreboard with a three of his own. Maxey averaging 16.4 for the Monarchs. Fox's three-pointer, that's short. Nate Brown got tangled up with Atwater. We got a foul call. I think that's going to be on. That is on Atwater. Nate Brown hit the deck. So first team foul now for the Cougars. 16:46 left. It's 5-3.
You see the type of aggression from KVCC to get those offensive rebounds. Just a little overbearing on the defensive side there from Atwater.
The Monarchs in the all-white jerseys and shorts. Little blue trim there. They're going from right to left on your screen. Cougars in the all-black with the teal trim left to right. In Steve Schmidt Gymnasium, named after our Hall of Fame coach here in Mott, Juwan Maxey. His three-pointer's long. Rebound. Tobias Williams with the putback. Ball knocked loose there. I think they're going to call that on Lydell. And that is first foul on Lydell. We haven't seen the scoreboard update, but that was indeed, there it is, his first foul. 2 team fouls now on the Cougars. We'll keep an eye on that. Tobias Williams at the line, shooting 2.
Macomb, 1 of 7 so far to start this one off. I'd like them getting to the rim here. Williams doing so and getting some shots. We've seen all a tournament long, really, these teams that go on shooting droughts, scoring droughts entirely. They got to create their own offense, and getting to the rim, getting fouled in contact, that's what's going to help them kind of find a groove. Juwan Maxey, obviously quiet for the first couple of shots here, but we know he's going to get into a groove.
Absolutely. He's deadly from downtown. He can create his own shot. He can come off the screen. He can do it all. All right, there's a free throw for Williams. That cuts the score to 1, 5-4. Cougars early here in the first. District B championship game. Atwater drives. Nice defense there by Day to not get called for the foul. Disrupted that shot just enough where Atwater couldn't get it to go down, and it's Monarchs basketball.
And he had Sweeney on the opposite block there, just didn't see him because the defender was closing off the entire right side of those peripherals. But Ryan Sweeney checking out. He was right there on the opposite block for an easy two, but he's getting into the action early.
Larry Patrick checks in, the Flint, Michigan product. On the floor now for the Cougars with Sweeney going out. 4 minutes gone here in the first half, 5-4 in favor of the Cougars. Day thought about the three, kicked it to Maxey. That's off the back of the rim. And rebound, Jalen Fox. Outlet to Lydell. Up the right side of the court. Working on Nate Brown. Gets to the rack. He fouled. He'll be heading line to shoot two.
You can tell by these first couple of minutes, the Cougars are getting to the basket with ease compared to Macomb. A lot of outside shots here for the Monarchs, and KVCC is doing a nice job of dribble driving, penetrating the defense, kicking out for the open shot, but also finishing strong at the rim.
All right, Lydell on for the free throws. Milner checks in for the Monarchs. The 6'4" sophomore from Detroit checks in at guard. Nate Brown goes out.
Good to see Kyle Millender. Haven't seen him play basketball since he was about 12 or 13 years old, playing in AAU for the Oakland Elite and Express back around high school gyms all over the country. All over the state of Michigan.
For sure.
He's a good player. Haven't seen him in a few years, so I'm really excited to see him right now. He had 11 points coming off the bench against Alpena.
Lydell makes the second. Also substitution in for the Monarchs. The big man, 6'10", 260-pound center, number 34, Tate McKenzie from Ypsilanti, played at Lincoln. I think that 260 is a little conservative, Tom.
I agree.
And looks like there's a whistle. Foul call on the baseline. And that's going to be, that foul was on number 5, Brandon Downs. His first 3 fouls already here in the first half for the Cougars. Monarchs on the inbound. Millender has it. Up and under, no. Follow the shot, no. John Sweeney with that board. 2 missed opportunities there for the Monarchs. Cougars trying to do something with it here. Lead by 2. Wow, look at that matchup. Sweeney and McKenzie down low. That is just amazing. Ashton Atwater steps to the side, knocks down a 3 over top Millender. And it's a 9-4 lead here in that first half. Man, this is just a matchup to watch there down low. 45 and 34.
Yeah, two Twin Towers going at it.
Wow, nice shot there. Josh Hines with the floater down the lane. Perfect shot. Big basket there for the Monarchs to cut it to 3. Inside to Sweeney, trying to back down McKenzie. Up and under it, in. Sweeney, the face mask, getting it done.
That's
11-6
right there.
now, 14 and a half left. Sweeney with his first basket of the contest. And McKenzie coming back the other way. These two are going at it. I love it. Kind of some old school basketball. You don't see that all the time now.
No.
A lot of basketball these days is just run and gun. Good to see a couple bigs just hammering down low. Nice job there by Millender to get to the rack. He's fouled. He's going to be heading the line to shoot 2. That's a 4th-team foul now on the Cougars. Joe Lydell called. That's 2 fouls on Lydell. That's huge for the Cougars. He's going to be heading to the bench, I'm sure. 14:04 left here in the first. Millender at the line shooting 2. I don't see anybody hopping up off the bench yet, but what's your thoughts on that, Tom? 2 fouls here on Lydell. Monarchs are so physical in the backcourt, you're going to need Lydell.
A lot like Mayo, Jerrion Mayo of Lakeland. He had 4 fouls in that first half and had to play that second half very conservative. So Joe Lydell being one of your better players right there, that's tough to have 2 fouls because you kind of have to work around that with his playing time and how the rest of the game goes on. But at the line right now, I like what I'm seeing from Kyle Millender. He's gotten the ball 2 times on the opposite wing and drove hard to the lane. Yes, he hasn't made his layups, but he's getting there with getting the fouls, and he's going to the line for some shots here. So, I mean, not a lot of buckets so far for Macomb, and they're doing the right thing to try to generate some offense.
Millender makes the second. So Lydell does take a seat. Mikhail Doss checks in for him. Lead is now 11-7. Cougars on top. Sweeney has it. Looking for Downs on the cut. Decides to keep it. Atwater fires a three from the wing off the back of the rim. Nice offensive board by Fox. Goes up. Kicks it out to Brandon. Downs in the corner. In and out. Here comes Williams the other way. Quick outlet to Hines. Up to Williams and in. Nice alley-oop layup there. Close to being a monster jam. And it's 11-9. And we got a foul call. They're going to call Tate McKenzie about 27 feet away from the basket.
Yeah, he hopped out on defense for just a split second. You see head coach Christopher Burns asking for an explanation on that one. It wasn't a long defense. He just popped out there for a second to kind of check him, and in that time, he was called.
Yeah, credit to Atwater there. I think he sensed that mismatch, like, hey, I'm going to burn by this guy. And, and they got a foul call, and it's now a 4-2 margin.
Got to point this out as well, Chad. We have an incredible crowd here. The side we're broadcasting from is completely filled up.
Yeah, you can't always see that on the broadcast. But, yeah, we got a full crowd here for sure. Steve Schmidt Gymnasium, historic gym here in Flint Town, Mott Community College, hosting the Great Lakes Tournament for the third year in a row, and just so much fun. Josh Wilson has it. He's on the floor. The 6-foot freshman guard from Detroit. And here comes Josh Hines. Lays it up and in. We're all night at 11.
Great steal from Millender and passing it up there to Hines.
Hines now with 4 points. Josh Wilson has it. Thought about the drive. He still has it in the lane. Separation from Maxey. Juwan Maxey with the block. Outlet to Millender. Wow, nice play there by Maxey. And we got a foul call on, I think they're going to call that on, no, okay, I thought they were calling on Doss. I didn't see that one. Larry Patrick called for the foul. 15 foul now for the Cougars. Atwater checks out. Downs checks in. We're all knotted up at 11. 12:42 left here in the first.
Yeah, they're slowly creeping up there in the team fouls with 5 right now and 12:42 to go. So you want to be careful if you're the Cougars. And this game is tied as well. They don't have that cushion they had early on.
Another foul call. So that one's going to be on the Cougars, I believe. No, that's an offensive foul. That was on Maxey, I believe.
I think you're right. Either him or Williams, but I think you're right.
No, it was on Williams. Okay. All right, Cougars basketball. Wilson has it. Leaves it for Fox. Explodes down the lane. High off the glass. No. McKenzie with the board. Nice play by Fox to get to the rack. Couldn't finish. Millender trying to stay in front of Morgan. Their three-pointer in the corner. Josh Hines. He's feeling it.
First lead of the
night.
night.
7 points now here. 12-14 left in the first. It's 14-11. Wilson shot off the side of the rim. That's boarded, cleared by Maxey. Williams kept that alive. Man, Maxey can move. Tobias Williams for 3. And, oh, looks so good. And stays. Nice job by Maxey. Was able to keep that ball active, and Fox couldn't grab it. Goes out of bounds off the Cougars.
Those are those hustle plays you don't normally see unless you're watching Maxey's film with a microscope. He's in there trying to get that rebound. Didn't have a great handle on it, but still enough to give his team the ball back underneath the basket.
Nowicki on the floor. That's Tate McKenzie down low.
Too
easy. Baby hook. Got it to go. And Nowicki, the freshman from Oak Park Loyola, he had that monster dunk in that Friday night game for the Monarchs. And there's a foul call. Doss hit the deck, and that might be on Millender. It's going to be the 6th team foul now for waiting for the scoreboard to update it. Oh, no, that's the 4th team foul. So Doss at the line. He's shooting 2. And Millender gets called for his first. Doss with the make, 16-14, favor of the Monarchs.
Sides have kind of turned. Josh Hines takes a seat, and I think Macomb likes where they're at right now. Starting to make some shots, getting to the rim a little easier than they were at the beginning of the game, having to settle for those outside three-pointers, mid-range.
Coach Chris Burns in his first season walking the floor. Looks like a little mini Rick Pitino over there.
I almost said that. I swear on my life.
He's got the haircut down.
He does.
The little scruff going the tie.
Wow.
The intensity. I love it.
That's crazy you said that.
All right.
I'm thinking the same thing. Wow.
It's Monarchs ball. Millender up top in the middle of the Mont Bears emblem. Wilson steps up on him. Inside to McKenzie on the block. Back outside to Maxey. Kicks it to Nowicki in the corner for three. Off the back of the rim. McKenzie with the board. Nowicki, his shot doesn't go. Followed his shot. Got the putback. It's good. Monarchs now lead by 5, 18-13.
Nobody's able to box him out right there. Easy bucket for number 14.
Three-pointer for Fox, and it's down. Jalen Fox answers for the Cougars. Back to a 2-point game. And there's a whistle. Trying to see around the this might be our Flint mayor here, if I'm not mistaken. I think that might be our mayor. Do a Google search. All right, so we got some activity. Yeah, Mr. Mayor, can we ask you to sit down?
No, he's in a perfect spot.
Yeah, exactly. I love it. All right, Monarchs have it at midcourt. Kyle Millender down the lane. He goes up and in. Millender finding the shot. 20-16. It's 10:37 left. Here comes Atwater back the other way. Crosses Millender. Eye off the glass.
Wow.
Ashton Atwater with a beautiful play for the Cougars.
That's how you answer, man. I mean, the Cougars are really playing well, matching the intensity that Macomb has come out with in the last few minutes.
I don't know about you, Tom, but this is a lot of fun. This is a great game so far. Everything that we'd hoped it would be. 20-18 in favor of the Monarchs. And there's a foul call. A push there, Demarion Fishburne. He got called for that one. So that's a 15 foul now for the Monarchs. So we're even there between the fouls for the two clubs. Looks like Parker Day and Nate Brown check back in for the Monarchs. And I believe Brandon Downs is back on the floor. No, Lydell on the floor with those two fouls. We'll have to keep an eye on that, Tom. Lydell with the lefty. The reverse jam, or might have been a righty. What a great play there by Lydell. We're knotted up at 20 apiece. Tom, we're going to need an IV after this one, man. I think we're giving out as much energy as these guys.
Maybe an IV of coffee.
Exactly. All right, Jalen Fox tracks that one down in the corner. Quick outlet to Atwater. And, wow, there was a little bit of contact there. They're going to call a foul. I
think your key word there is little as well. There's some contact there, but in a game like this, 9:30 left in the first half, these guys are fighting for every single possession right now. Some of those might need to go just because it's this late in the season for these guys, and there's so much on the line.
I think James was selling that. I think he expected the call to go the other way.
You're probably right.
All right, Jalen Fox with it out on the wing. There's 23 on the shot clock. Pulls up from the free throw line. That doesn't go. Nowicki with the board. Williams has it. Day to Williams. Spins. Tries to get a shot off over Sweeney. He does, but Sweeney cleans the glass, clears to Lydell.
What a defensive play there.
And Fox squares up for three. He's got a clean look, and it is down. Jalen Fox from downtown. He's got 6. That stops the clock with 8:59 left here in the first. And all of a sudden, it's the Cougars on top, 23-20.
We're going to get some crazy swings today, Chad. This is going to be one to remember between these two teams, and I'm very glad that we got a packed gym. The most it's been all day long. It's been awesome.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. The Cougars fans, I'm sure they're tuning in Kalamazoo. I'm sure a lot of the family and friends of that team have traveled. We know the Monarchs travel well. They're just down the road in Macomb, M59 there, and it was at Utica, Sterling Heights area. So, yeah, we're just right up the road. Hopefully the roads are cleared by now. It's a little snowy this morning. But this Monarchs Nation, they came out in full force. All right, under 9 minutes to play. You know, both teams here in this heavyweight bout, almost like that 12-round match. You just want to kind of land a few blows, take a few blows, and settle in. And I think that's exactly what's happened here, Tom.
Yeah, I got a good feeling this thing's going to be close all the way down to the end. Maybe a 1 or 2 possession game. Likely what we saw earlier today with Hocking and Bay College. What a thriller that was. I think this has a makeup of just the same sort of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about it. Macomb with that 36-point win back on January 6th, and they put away the Cougars 137-111. I'm sure that weighs a lot. I'm sure that coach Jim Horn and the team has really looked at that film, broke down a lot of those games, and really tried to look for opportunities to kind of lessen that scoring difference. So it's really hard to beat a team that many times in a row. A team that's a champion in the North. They won the conference. They're 24-6. It's hard to put away teams like that. And we see it right here. They got a 3-point lead.
Yeah, after you beat a team once, it's tough to beat them twice. If you beat them twice, it's tough to beat them 3 times. They've already done that. So a 4th time in a row, I mean, that's just pushing the envelope here. But, I mean, this Macomb team is really, really good.
Stay with it. Hands off to James. Nowicki in the corner. Inside to Day. He's double teamed by Fox and Sweeney. It goes out of bounds. Sweeney and Fox pleading their case, but it looks like it's going to be Monarchs basketball. 13 seconds on the shot clock. 8:42 left in the first half.
Macomb's got 10 points in the paint right now, but John Sweeney's presence is going to start killing that a little bit because he's doing a great job defensively
Here comes
inside.
Nate Brown off the screen, and he hit the deck. And foul call. That's a 3rd on Joe Lydell. He got tripped up with Nate Brown. That is a big foul here with 8:37 left.
Yeah, it's going to be decision time for head coach Jim Horn and what he wants to do with Lydell because, I mean, if you keep him in the game for 1 more, you're kind of looming on that 4 foul mark with 20 full minutes to play in the second half and one of your better players on the floor.
Yeah, we see Mikhail Doss checks back in, the freshman guard from Jackson, Michigan. Now on the floor, Lydell, the leading scorer for the Cougars, takes a seat. Downs with the board. Quick outlet to Doss. Spinning. Lost the handle and a foul call. Hey, Mr. Mayor, just want to say thanks for joining us today. We appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the game. Mayor Sheldon Neely, Mayor of City of Flint here joining us just in front of our broadcast booth. All right, we've got Mikhail Doss at the line. Makes the first, pushes that lead to 4. All right, game 18 here in this Great Lakes tournament. Wow. No wonder they put these guys last. The District B championship game.
Gone by quick, though. Say that.
Nate Brown with that board. Doss with the miss on the second. Monarchs push it up quickly. Doss back up top to James. Nate Brown tries, kicks it out to Parker Day. A little low pass. I think Day would have caught and shoot. He gets back over to Nate Brown in the corner, but that doesn't go. And Williams tipped it. Sweeney came up with it, but there's a foul call. Doss gets called for his first.
Thought that might be on Williams on an over the back trying to grab that rebound, but heads up call there from the referee as Williams was just undercut a tad bit there.
So 7th foul now for the Cougars. That puts the Monarchs at the line 1-1. Tomias Williams lining up for the Monarchs. Missed the first. Loose ball picked up by Jalen Fox. And Ashton Atwater with it. Steve Fox on the wing. He's working on Day. Inside to Sweeney. And Parker Day got a hand in there, knocked it loose. Sweeney coughed it up. Day forced that steal. Nice pass to Nowicki. High off the glass and in.
He was behind the backboard on that shot.
Wow, great play there. It's 24-22. It's Cougars on top. Sweeney kicked it out to Doss, excuse me. And inside to Sweeney. He missed it, tracked down his rebound. Nice job there by Sweeney. Kept alive by the Cougars. 13 on the shot clock. Atwater up and under. Over to Doss. They're going to have to get it off here in a hurry. And they stepped out of bounds. So tough play there. It seemed like the Cougars were a little out of sorts on that possession. Credit to the Monarchs for forcing that turnover.
John Sweeney coming out of the game. He was fighting for that extra rebound there. Parker Day almost had it, and Sweeney just knocked it back away. retook possession there for his team. And, yeah, a little discombobulated on that last set there, but got to give credit to the defensive set from the Monarchs on that last play.
All right, checking in for the Cougars, number 23, Benny Donald, the freshman forward from Kalamazoo on the floor now for the Cougars. Wow, nice block there by Doss. Rejected Hines on the shot. Nate Brown got it to go. The lefty, the floater, it's down. We're all squared up here at 24. 7 minutes to play. Jalen Fox spinning in the lane. Too strong off the glass. Parker Day with the rebound. Brings it up across midcourt. He's got some good ball handling skills for a big man. Nice job there by Nowicki. I mean, I'm impressed with Parker Day. Under duress, able to bring that all the way up the court. Parker Day, 6'7". He's a forward. Three-pointer on the way. From the wing, that's Jalen Fox. He buries it.
Somebody's got to put a body on him at all times. That's his third three-pointer. He's 3 for 3 from downtown.
3 points, or 9 points now for Fox. That was Williams on that make. Laid it up and in. And it's the Monarchs up 28-27. Cougars, Doss lost his footing. He slipped. And tied up there by Nowicki and Hines. It's a possession arrow. I think it's going to stay with the Cougars. So it looks like Juwan Maxey, Nate Brown, Kyle Millender, Josh Hines, and who else we got? I think Williams, Tobias Williams, Atwater, Sweeney, Doss, Downs, and number 10, Deshaun Leslie Tinsley on the floor for the Cougars. Doss on the drive, pulls up and knocks it down from 16.
Good no call there underneath the basket.
Yeah, 29-28. And if you watch Leslie Tinsley going down the court, his shoe came off. Look at the back of his sock is hanging out. He's trying to get his shoe back on there down in the paint. Just came off the bench. And blocked from behind by Brandon Downs on Nate Brown. Nate Brown was able to get it, try to find Williams, and that goes out of bounds off the Monarchs. So the Cougars have it. They lead by 1. And we'll keep an eye on Leslie Tinsley if he can get those shoes back on. All right, he indeed does. It's hard to miss those. He's got the orange on the right leg and the kind of the blue and pink on the left leg. So if you're watching online, you can definitely know where he is at all times. Brandon Downs with the lefty, the layup, high off the glass, up and in. Great job to use his body there to protect that shot. And it's a 3-point lead now for the Cougars. Josh Hines for 3. Looks good the whole way. Sweeney with the board. Clears the Atwater. Cougars look to push it. Crossover in the lane. Lefty scoop. No. Rebound Williams. Missed opportunity there for the Cougars to push that lead. They still lead by 3. Juwan Maxey. Pump fake. Drive floater in the lane, and it's good. That's just textbook shot there by Maxey. That's what he does best.
He's starting to feel it a little bit. He's going to get into a groove going into the second half as well.
Maxey now with 5. Sweeney on the elbow, looking for an outlet. Oh. Look at that backdoor cut. No, he missed it. Leslie Tinsley all alone underneath, couldn't put it down. And Williams with the shot, backdoor behind the back pass. That was Maxey, I believe. And Williams going to be heading back to the line, shooting 2. That foul is on Sweeney, his first. 18 fouls now for the Cougars.
And those are the type of plays on the opposite side there by Leslie Tinsley that need to go down. Those are points that you need in a game like this because it's going to be one possession all the way around. And he caught Millender sleeping on the backside. Easy lay-in right there, but he just overshot the basket. Those need to go down 100% of the time when you're that close with nobody around.
Absolutely. 1-point game here. Now it's tied up. I mean, this is for all the marbles here in this tournament. This punches your ticket to the national championship. So usually these type of games, it comes down to 3 or 4 possessions difference. And that was a missed opportunity for sure for the Cougars. Williams at the line. Second one's on the way. Missed it. Sweeney with the board. Williams split the pair. We're all tied up at 31. 4:25 left. Downs. Steps back. 3. Or that's a long 2. That's off the mark. And Williams with that board. Maxey has it. Down, steps out on him. He's halfway out, almost to midcourt there in front of the scorer's table. We got that McKenzie-Sweeney matchup. Williams tries, goes down baseline, and that's good. That basket counts. He's going to be heading to the line to shoot, and one. Williams now with 8. He has spent about the last 3 or 4 possessions at the line. He's really doing a good job there.
Fighting through contact, and he's not afraid to get to the rim, having Sweeney all over him, along with Jalen Fox as well. Those two guys, they're playing good defense, but Williams is just being a little bit better on the offensive side, using his body to move through the contact and kiss it off the glass.
Jalen Fox now with his first 9 fouls now for the Cougars. Wilson. The Sweeney for 3 off the side of the rim. Here come the Cougars the other way. They're going to run up to Josh Hines, and that's blocked from behind. And was that Downey? Or Downs, excuse me.
Yeah, that was I mean,
close.
Kind of clean, but also a lot of body there, I think, as well on Hines. He fell down very hard. But give Kyle Millender some credit. He picked the ball up right at the opposite three-point line and pushed one pass all the way to the opposite three-point line. Hines only took 1 dribble to get to the rim. That is moving the ball up the floor quickly. Nice job by Kyle.
Hines made the first. Lead is now 3 for the home team today, the Monarchs, 34-31, 3:43. And he made them both. I think this is the biggest lead for the Monarchs here in the first half. The lead is now 4.
Look at Sweeney inside.
Yeah, Sweeney working on McKenzie. Got McKenzie up off the ground. And that's a loose ball picked up by Williams, that rebound. And high off the glass for Tobias Williams. He got down there in a hurry. Beat everybody, 37-31, 3:07 left.
Beautiful job of finishing there by Williams. He's continuing to impress.
I think the Cougars are trying to slow it down a little bit, get some set offensive plays. Jalen Fox's 3-pointers off the mark, and you see the opposite for the Monarchs. They're looking to get out and run on every rebound.
Good find.
Williams getting it done inside. He's now got 12 points. Just found an opening seam there in the paint. Like you said, nice find there. That was Millender who fed him. Atwater has it. It's an 8-point lead now. Quickly out of nowhere for the Monarchs. Josh Wilson with the basket, the lefty, got it to go. That cuts the lead to 6 points. So 2:26 left here in the first half of this District B championship game, Great Lakes Tournament. It's the Monarchs 39 and the Cougars 33. We'll be right back. All right, we're back here for the final 2:24 here in the first half. It's the Monarchs on top by 6, 39-33. Monarchs with it. Nate Brown out towards the scorer's table, double team in the corner to Williams. Back up top to Brown. Inside today. Soft shot doesn't go. Big John Sweeney with the board. He clears it for the Cougars. Here comes Fox the other way. Pulls up for the jumper, and that's off the front of the rim. The follow kept alive by Doss. He has it in the corner to Sweeney. Back up outside to Wilson. That's off the mark. And loose ball picked up there. The rebound cleared by Day. Up to Hines. He's trying to run up the court. Finds Maxey in the corner for three. In and out. Jalen Fox with the board. This place would have erupted if that one would have went down. And nice block there by Josh Hines. Atwater was going in for it. And Hines comes out of nowhere, blocks that out of bounds. That stops the clock with 1:35 left. 23 on the shot clock. And Monarchs lead by 6. Up top that was Sweeney. They got a hand on that. Close to a turnover there for the Cougars. They got to get something done here, down by 6. And lost the handle was Atwater. Sweeney has it, and he's fouled.
A little bit of a reach in there.
So that is the 8th foul now for the Monarchs. So that's going to put Sweeney at the line, shooting 1 and 1.
Good to see, though, that all those fouls for Macomb are pretty spread out. Nate Brown leads the team now with 2 fouls. That's pretty good to see because they're staying out of it individually from the foul territory.
Sweeney makes the first, that brand new net. That thing was cut down after that Hawking Hawks win there on the home side of the court. The fresh net there. Sweeney split the pair. 39-34. Coming up on 1 minute to play. Nate Brown, Jr. has it at midcourt. As mentioned, grew up in this gym. His dad played for the Hall of Famer Coach Steve Schmidt. Nate Brown played here last year for the Bears. 1 minute of play in the first half. Josh Hines has it, kicks it out to Brown. Three-pointer. That shot's off the mark. He's fouled. It looks like Mikhail Doss is down. He hit the deck. So Nate Brown will be heading to the line to shoot 3. And Doss gets up. He's walking gingerly back on the court. I don't think you're going to see it. Oh, there on the left part of your screen. What happened there, Tom? Did he somehow lost his leg?
Yeah, so also the bleachers here are not very far away from the sideline here near us. So I don't think he hit his head on the side or anything, but it's dangerous if you're flying high in the air, heading towards the seats over here, and maybe catching a knee or a head or something. He looks to be fine. He just went down a little bit hard, but I mean, yeah, it's dangerous over there.
All right, Nate Brown at the line. It's a 6-point lead with 58.3, and made the first. So Downs checks back in. And looks like Kyle Millender going to be checking back in for the Monarchs. Monarchs build that lead to 7. Under a minute to play. First half. Make that 8. Brown goes out. Millender checks in. So Doss, Atwater, Downs, Sweeney, and Fox on the floor. Fox was all alone underneath. Look at that. He was wide open. You got Williams, Maxey, Millender, Hines, and Day for the Monarchs. 40 seconds left. Fox dribbles behind his back, lost the handle. Able to keep it. Sees Sweeney. He bobbles it, but gets it to Downs. 5 on the shot clock. Down. That shot is off the mark. Kept alive by Jalen Fox. Pulls up for a jumper, and it's down. Great job there by the Cougars to, after that missed shot, Jalen Fox able to scoop it up and score quickly, pushes that lead back to 6.
Another second chance bucket right there for KVCC. Macomb, if they want to take a big lead, have to eliminate those chances.
All right, Millender with it. There's 7 seconds left here in the first half. Finds Josh Hines for 3 at the buzzer. No, in and out. Atwater with the rebound. He gets the shot off in time, and that is short and off the mark. So after 20 minutes to play here in the first half, it's the Monarchs 42 and the Cougars 36. We're going to take a break. I did invite head coach or the assistant coach, for the Central Michigan University Chippewas, former head coach here for the Monarchs, Hassan Nizam. He's asked him to join us at halftime. I think he's going to come over, talk a little bit about this Monarchs team. He coached here for a number of years, and he's up at Central doing some great things with a former Monarchs player, Aiden Rubio.
Yeah.
So he's going to wander over here at half and have a conversation. Well, we'll take a break here for a minute. Tom Cavanaugh, Chad Tom's on the call. Hopefully you're joining us as much as we are. We'll be back here shortly. Hey, everybody, welcome back here at halftime of this District B championship where the Monarchs are lead 42-36 over the Cougars, joined by a very special guest today here on our broadcast at halftime. John Zom, the former head coach for the Monarchs. Now he's assistant coach up in Mount Pleasant for Central Michigan. Coach, thanks so much for joining us today. Appreciate it. What's your thoughts here in the first half? This Monarchs team, it's probably tough to watch it in-house. Have you caught many of their games this year?
Yeah, I've caught a few that worked out, with our schedule, with our busy, hectic schedule. But it's been fun to watch them. They play a good brand of basketball. Coach got them playing really hard, and obviously a really talented group. Deep. He's got 10 or 11 guys that give him 10, 15 points any given night. So I thought he's done a good job getting them all to buy into scheme and not worried about all that other stuff, and put a good product on the floor so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach Burns, he's got them in the locker room. They've worked their way to a 6-point lead. What's your message at halftime if you're still in the locker room with the team?
I think just defending without fouling. Don't bail any of these guys out of the rim. Macomb's obviously got a ton of length, great rim protection. So Macomb's best skill right now is getting out in transition, but they could also execute in the half court. So you just don't want Kalamazoo to slow you down and be able to, get to the free throw line and get some cheapies. So defend without fouling, get out, put some transition, and do what you do.
Well, obviously, you know what you're talking about. Took the team last year to the national championship, that final game against Milwaukee, and so just great credit to you and the team and your career at the Monarchs. Really kind of brought that team and put it on your back. You just great recruiting, great coaching, and you had an awesome staff as well. So it was just so much fun. I always enjoyed calling your games because I knew we were going to get a good matchup here against the Bears, and just so many great teams in the Eastern Conference, and you guys were just a joy to watch. So congratulations
that,
to you.
Macomb's a special place. You obviously can't have that success without great support. You had a great coaching staff. It's fun. Thanks for having me.
Oh, not a problem. So I know you've got one of your former players, a player I've known very well. He actually went to school all the way through at Goodrich from kindergarten with my daughter, Aiden Rubio.
Oh, yeah.
We watched him. He was our quarterback at Goodrich. He was our point guard, our big man out there for the Martians. Came to the Monarchs for a year and was the MVP of this tournament last year. And now he's up in Mount Pleasant. So yep. How's he doing? And how's the team doing up there?
He's actually in the house.
Oh, is he? All right.
Yeah, he's sitting down there. But speaking on that national tournament run we made, don't make it without him. So he was impressive, man. He came back here and he was pouring for him to come back to his hometown and win, and he had a couple of great performances. So that's great here. And then doubled it up in Danville. Went crazy. He's probably the best player in the tournament. Really, really, really special player, and his game has translated really well to the Division I level. He came out, and most times when guys get to that level for the first time, there's an adjustment period. He was playing really well right away. So, and battled through some injuries this year, but proved himself to be one of the best shooters in the MAC, and so overall, special kid, Aiden. I'm just lucky to be a small part of his journey, and he trusted us to help him accomplish his goals, and I got lucky to be at Central Michigan while he's there. So great kid to coach, great family. I mean, they go with us everywhere. They watch every single game. It's great people that I'm, lucky to have in my life.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, very familiar with the Rubios. I've known him for years. Older brother Mitch, he played for this team back in the day. He's one of the assistant coaches for Hall of Famer, a 500-win Gary Barnes for the Martians. And so Mitch Rubio, I'm sure he's had such a great influence on Aiden. I can't imagine what their games in the driveway were like growing up back in the day. But I'm sure they were just fierce.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so you got the MAC tournament coming up, and then I know that there's still a lot on the line there. I mean, you guys, what's the schedule there? Where you guys
so we finished with the 4 seed in the MAC. We open up the tournament in Cleveland. It starts on Thursday. It's a 2-day deal with the quarterfinals. So we got Bowling Green on Thursday, and then we'll go from there. But we had a really good season. We were actually one game out of first place a few weeks ago, and then had some injuries, lost a couple games. Ended up finishing fourth, but we did some special things in Mount Pleasant this year, and obviously March is the most important part of the year, and you want to cap off that success with more success towards the end and do your best. So, we'll be ready to go. It'll be fun.
All right. Well, I look forward to watching that tournament. We're 1 week away from Selection Sunday, and it would be fantastic to see the fire-up chips getting the nod to the big dance out there. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that. But Coach, I just want to say congratulations to you. So happy for you to take, I guess, that next step in your career, because you've always been really kind to us and our team here in Mott, and we've kind of built a good rapport over the last few years. So I'm excited to see where your career goes as well. I'm sure we'll see you running up and down the sideline in your, and I've seen the influence there. We were referring to Coach Burns. We've seen a little bit of, he had the shirt and the tie on, a little Rick Pitino look there going for him, with the hands in the air yelling at the refs. So that was great to see.
No, Coach Burns doing a great job, man. He's assembled a great staff, and those guys I'm obviously recruiting some of those guys. Got a chance to watch some of their practices this year and see the behind the scenes. They get after it. They practice, and they practice as hard as they don't play. So hopefully they get this done tonight and get that trip to Danville.
Absolutely. You want to share any any stories or just any? You got Juwan Maxey leading the way, the sophomore guard. He's just a special player. And Williams. I mean, there's so many great players on that team. James and Day and Nate Brown. We've seen a lot of him last year in this gym. Anything you want to share in any of those players?
Yeah. So those guys, the biggest thing when you say those names, Juwan, Tobias, Justin James, Kyle Miller, the guys that played for us last year. I mean, those guys spent so much time in the gym, coming way before practice starts, staying way after practice ends. And so it's really cool to see those guys, those four, make that jump from freshman to sophomore. We all know it's a big jump, when you get that first year of college under your belt. I mean, Juwan's put up impressive numbers, but to special thing about Juwan, and he's a great player, but he's an even better person. So having a guy like that in the locker room last year, when you see a kid who came in, he's 18 years old, he's a freshman, he's one of our top leaders with his voice. His action always backed it up. So it feels really good to see these guys having that success, because I know what went into it and the process and all the transfer portal stuff. And these guys, I'll tell you, a lot of these kids at home, these guys are good at, they're not at junior college because of their grades. They're all really good student athletes. The way college basketball is right now in the portal, they just found themselves in Group 1. I'm really, really happy to see them making the best out of the situation.
Yeah, it was kind of a challenge, and that's where, you give Hall of Famers, Coach Steve Schmidt, yourself, all these coaches here at this level, that COVID, that extra year of availability just really it kind of jammed up a lot of those rosters, and there wasn't a whole lot of movement. It was just interesting to see how that all played out. But, yeah, it's just been really impressed going back to Maxie. His mom sits in front of us every game that we've had here, and it's just a great family. But I think going back to that trip last year to Danville, to that national championship game, they had to pay off so many dividends for those freshmen last year. They've been there. They know what to expect. And you can see they just had a wonderful regular season. They knocked out everybody in the Eastern Conference. So I'm sure that played a lot in this season.
Yeah, for sure. No, that experience does. I mean, Juwan started 25 games for us. Tamai started about 35 games for us last year. So they were key guys in the team. And JJ and Kyle, I mean, we were deep. They didn't play as much, but they were still, guys that we relied on to win basketball. You can't replicate that. You're playing 8 Final Four, stuff like that, and that pressure that comes with, especially playing Danville at Danville, how hostile that
Oh, my goodness,
and
yeah.
Think about it, like Juwan, for example, Eastern Conference, tough league. He played 2 games here in a tough environment, Saturday, 3 o'clock playing at Mott, the place is loaded. So it goes a long way, and it's definitely paying off. So
that's great. Well, congratulations, Coach Nizam. Excited to see what you guys do on Thursday. We'll definitely be tuning in and say hello to everybody.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you coming on for a couple minutes. Enjoy the second half.
Yes, sir. Go
All right.
Monarchs. Yep.
We'll be right back, everybody. All right, hey everybody, welcome back to the second half here in the District B Championship for the Great Lakes Tournament here in Mott Steve Schmidt Gymnasium. Flint, Michigan. The Monarchs lead by 6 points over the Cougars. Hope you all enjoyed that interview with Coach Nizam. Now for the Chippewas up at Central Michigan, was the head coach there at Macomb for the last few years. Just a great guy, so really appreciated his time. But Tom Cavanaugh, what's your thoughts on the first half? What do these teams have to do the second half to get to Danville?
It's going to be competitive. KVCC needs to make a few more shots and limit the second chances for the Cougars due to the Macomb Monarchs,
Well, Nate Brown opens the scoring here in the second. Little floater in the lane. The lead's now 8 points. And I'm curious, you got to keep an eye on Joe Lydell with those 3 fouls. Downs for 3 in the corner, in and out. Rebound, John Sweeney, the putback is good.
That's what I just got done talking about. Second chance buckets here for the Cougars. That's leading to a lot of their points here and why they're still in this game right now against a really good shooting Macomb team.
Wow, big basket there by Sweeney. Downs had his shot go in and out. Sweeney cleaning the glass. There's Parker Day. Has it. Feeds Williams. Hands off to Hines. Now to Day on the block. Trying to back down Fox. Williams on the cut. Up and over Sweeney. Nice, easy basket there.
That's 24 paint points now for the Monarchs. If you're the Cougars, want to be able to limit that with Big John Sweeney.
46-38, 18:51. Joe Lydell buries it from, that's pretty right in front of his head coach. What's that, about 36 feet?
That's Curry range right there.
46-41. And there's a steal for the Cougars. Atwater for 3. Oh, almost in, but Sweeney with the putback. No, up and in. You can count it. That basket's good. He's heading the line to shoot and 1. 3 possessions in a row now for the Cougars where they've gotten points. They cut the lead to 3. It had gotten up as many as 8 here just a moment ago. Tate McKenzie checks back in. Jonathan Nowicki checks in for the Monarchs. Brown and Day go out. Sweeney at the line shooting the and 1.
That's the 9th and 10th offensive rebounds there for the Cougars.
And the make is good. It is a 2-point game with 18:33 left. Joe Lydell all the way on the back line, and they're coming out with that press. Hines has it, races down the court, trying to shake Atwater. Steps it back out. McKenzie and Sweeney, that matchup again. McKenzie looking for some separation, hands off to Maxey. Maxey feeds Williams. Has it, shot off the mark, the follow, no, but he's fouled. He's going to be heading the line to shoot 2. That's going to be on John Sweeney. That is his first team foul here in the second half for the Cougars. Williams at the line shooting 2. When the game stops, you can kind of hear a little bit of chatter. We don't hear much during the game.
Yeah, you got players and coaches pleading their cases, but also all the fans that are in here as well.
Williams averaging 73% from the stripe. And made the second, 48-44, 18-10 left. Lydell pass up to Atwater. Lydell for 3, and it's down. Joe Lydell starting to feel it.
That was really deep. Wow, back-to-back deep three-pointers from Joe.
It's a 1-point game.
You can tell the kind of impact he has when he's on the floor compared to 3 quick fouls and off for most of that first half.
I think in the locker room, Coach Jim Horn says, hey, we need points out of you. You got to start firing. No sitting back. 3-pointer attempt on the way for Nowicki. That's in and out. Rebound, Tate McKenzie gets the board. The putback is no good, but he's fouled. He's heading the line to shoot 2.
The Monarchs are trying to equalize those offensive rebound opportunities. Sweeney's having his way down there in the post on his own side, and here comes Tate on the other end. He wasn't able to get the bucket to go, but still going to get some shots. I'd love to see more of that out of the big men from Macomb.
2 big humans down there battling down low. Tate McKenzie, 6'10", 260. John Sweeney, 6'10", 235. I don't see a 25-pound difference. Do you?
No, definitely not. They're pretty close in stature.
Sweeney checks out. Benny Donald checks back in, the freshman from Kalamazoo. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. You're welcome to send us a message. We're both on Twitter, TCAV30 for Tom Cavanaugh. I'm at Chad Toms 101. So you're welcome to send us a note or throw a comment in the chat. Jalen Fox on that rebound. Outlet to Lydell.
Got to check him up right here.
Hines trying to stay on him. Lydell trying to shake him. He can't. The glove there, Hines with him. We got 15 on the shot clock. Atwater steps out. Man-to-man defense there, but look at that. All alone is Benny Donald. He just kind of, I don't know what he did. They found him open.
Yeah, that's how you break down the defense and bring him in. And on the back left side there, Donald is wide open for the shot. That's just a defensive breakdown, and well done by Atwater as well.
49-49. McKenzie has it, working on Fox, up and under, and in. Say McKenzie getting it to go. Just watch the contrasting style of the two coaches. Jim Horn, three-pointer on the way off the glass. That's Lydell. No, that was rebound. Maxey, but Horn just sitting on the bench talking to his players, and Chris Burns up and emotional. He's a fiery coach. Juwan Maxey for three. 5-point lead now, 54-49. 5-0 run here for the Monarchs. 16:20 left here in the second half.
Sweeney's got to get back in. He was only on the bench for a moment.
And Atwater lost his footing, and there was a whistle call. Was that on Maxey? I think it was.
Yeah, it's going to be a Macomb foul for sure. I don't know how that was.
Yeah, they're showing Maxey on the board, so that's his second team foul. Sweeney checks back in. They need him to neutralize Hayden McKenzie. I mean, that's just such a great matchup to watch. And I think Joe Lydell stepped out of bounds on the cut.
It's happened a lot throughout the tournament, especially today as well.
All right, 16-16 in this final game here in the Great Lakes Tournament. 54-49, Monarchs. Josh Hines has it. Pair of fives right there, Downs and Hines. Inside to Nowicki, and Downs got a hand in there. They're going to call him for the foul. Trying to reach in and swipe that from Nowicki.
Good call right there.
That's three now on Downs. So you've got three on Lydell, three on Downs. So we definitely got to keep an eye on that. Big stretch of this game, a very important stretch of this game here for the next couple minutes.
Sweeney as well with three.
Hand off to Maxey. He lost the handle. Got the shot away. Loose ball. That's picked up by Williams. And he's fouled. He's heading the line to shoot two. That's going to be on Sweeney. I believe that's going to be his fourth. It is.
It's a big one.
Wow. Williams able to get that loose ball. Got the rebound and the putback. And he's heading to the line to shoot two. He spent a lot of time at the free throw line already today. I want to say this is maybe his 10th attempt or 9th attempt, I believe.
He's 4 of 8 from the line right now, so he needs to hit a few more down the stretch here with just 15 to play. There it is.
All right, 55-49. So Sweeney is coming out like number 23. Benny Donald checking back in.
Let's see how the Cougars kind of respond after Sweeney's going to take a seat for, I'm going to guess the next 5 to 6 minutes, maybe a little bit more than that, but this team's going to have to play with reduced size on the floor for the next several minutes.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting with that reduced size. Downs and Lydell really need to keep their head in the game because they each have 3 fouls themselves.
Now you got a mismatch with McKenzie on Donald there. McKenzie much bigger.
All right, three-pointer on the way for Lydell. That's off the mark. Williams at the board. Loose ball. Picked up by Williams. Fox dove for that one. Maxey has it on the wing. Feeds it to Williams. Williams kicks it out to Hines. He drives. Lydell does a good job of stopping that pass. Williams has it. Fox trying to defend. Nice backdoor cut to Jotham Nowicki with a two-handed slam. It's a 9-point lead now, 15-16. And that three-pointer's off the mark for Atwater. Goes out of bounds off the Monarchs. But how about that? Nowicki with the two-hander down the baseline.
Found him in the perfect spot. Once again, defensive breakdown, this time on the Kalamazoo Valley side, and they left the big man open on the back door.
Nowicki with 18 for Williams. He leads the way. And there's just too much of an easy basket right there. That looked like, I think that was McKenzie that put that in. He's got 5.
Really looking forward to seeing
All right, I got to
Valley.
check our stats here because it shows 58-51. I'll make sure I got it right. Sorry, I talked over you there, Tom. I apologize. All right, 58-51. Yeah, that was Jalen Fox on the make. Atwater on the assist, so full timeout. But we can stay here. 15:08 left. 7-point lead now for the Monarchs. You see them kind of flexing a little bit. They're getting a little bit more physical. Obviously, the Cougars are in foul trouble. That's going to play a big, important aspect of this final 15 minutes of this game.
Yeah, shooting it 45% from the field right now is Macomb. They're doing a great job. And three-point range also for Kalamazoo. They're relying on that heavily. 32%. They've made 7 of 22. Joe Lydell's got a couple. Looking to get him a few more shots. But this is do-or-die time right now for KVCC because you look at some of the scores from these two teams over the course of the last couple of weeks. 86-50. 137-111. Those are the last two matchups. Those are 20-plus point wins for this Macomb team. So we're at 7 points right now. It could get out of hand very quickly on the Macomb end. So if you're KVCC, you want to keep competing, keep this game close, and you know when you get inside the final 2 minutes of play and it's a 1-2 possession game, anything can happen, and that's where they want to be.
All right, Monarchs with it. Inbound coming up. They got it to Maxey. Had to get it over top of Atwater. All right, 15 minutes to play here. Second half. This District B championship. Inside to McKenzie. That was knocked loose there by Donald. Cougars come away with it. Atwater pulls up for 3, and it's down. Ashton Atwater for 3. The sophomore for Motsego High School. Cuts it to 4. He's now got 8. Here comes Hines. Down steps out on him. The 5's back to guarding each other. Lydell steps over on Williams. He had a pass to the basket. McKenzie had it. And is that going to be on Atwater? Atwater gets called for the foul, his second. That's the 15th foul now for the Cougars. Nowicki comes out. Parker Day checks back in. And you see McKenzie there trying to get position.
Nice move.
Donald up and in. Easy basket there for McKenzie.
He's got the size advantage right now with Sweeney sitting on the bench and 4 fouls.
Three-pointer for Fox. And that's down. Jalen Fox with the 3.
And that's going to keep him in the game right now. They've hit over a third of their three-pointers so far. 9 now of 25.
What an answer there by the Cougars. They cut it to 3. Just when it looked like the Monarchs were going to put it deep into double digits. The Cougars have fought back with some big three-pointers here in the second half. Inside to McKenzie. It's too strong. Parker Day was trying to feed him in down low, and that's a turnover. So the Cougars cut the lead to 3. They forced the turnover.
And on the last 3 possessions, that's 2 times now where Macomb has forced a pass into Tate McKenzie inside the paint. They know that they have the mismatch down low, but they're forcing that pass. Let it come naturally.
Oh, and there's Tate McKenzie on the foul. Atwater ran into him. There's a little chatter down there. Fox and Atwater communicating. So that's 2 fouls now on McKenzie. That's the 3rd team foul for the Monarchs. And it looks like Williams checked out. Kyle Millender back in along with Nate Brown. So really 4 guards and a center here for the Monarchs. Looking to get out and play some defense on these shooters for the Cougars. Too many three-pointers is what the Monarchs are saying. But Atwater takes it in and gets it done inside. 1-point game, 13:30 left. It's 60-59 Monarchs.
We said do or die time, and KVCC is doing right now.
All right, Millender has it. Gets it over to Hines over in the corner.
Millender with 4 assists, leading the team as well.
Millender down the lane he goes.
Wow.
What an acrobatic shot there. A reverse little spinning layup. It goes. 62-59, 13 minutes to play. That's 5 now for Millender. Here comes down. Shot is too strong. Long rebound right to Jalen Fox. Pulls up foul line, and that's airmailed out of bounds. Looks like Nowicki checking back in. McKenzie checking out for the Cougars. You got Mikhail Doss checking in.
So some reduced size on the floor right now. That's going to make Nowicki the biggest guy on the floor at 6'6" right now.
Hines to Millender. He walks it up. Right across that mop there. Doss steps out on him to Brown. Three-pointer on the way for Maxey from downtown. Loose ball picked up by Down. Kept alive there by Doss. And loose ball stolen. Juwan Maxey up and no good. But he's fouled. He hits the deck. I think that's going to be on Mikhail Doss, which looks like that's going to be his third. That's a 6th team foul now for the Cougars. So Juwan Maxey at the line, shooting 2. I know he's one of the better free throw shooters in the league.
First time at the line right now for Maxey, 72%.
Jim just quiets down during these free throw opportunities. Got half of Macomb County sitting here just off to our right. Justin James checks in, the 6-foot sophomore guard from Stevenson Heights, Stevenson. Maxey missed the second. Jalen Fox with the board. Cougars trail by 4. Fox looks over at the bench, here's the call from head coach Jim Horn, and there's a whistle. That's going to be number 3, Justin James. That's his second, 4th team foul here for the Monarchs. And I think we got a timeout on the floor. So 12-12 left here in the second half of this District B championship game. It's the Monarchs 63 and the Cougars 59. I'm Chad Toms alongside Tom Cavanaugh. We're going to take a break and rest the voice box there for about 30 seconds. We'll be right back. All right, hey everybody, back here. Second half action here in the District B Championship, the Great Lakes Tournament. Monarchs lead by 4 over the Cougars, 63-59. Cougars have it. Atwater looking to set things up. Jalen Fox comes out for the screen. They get it into him. Nate Brown tried to break it loose. Fox able to hold on. And looking for Atwater to return the favor. There's 5 seconds on the shot clock. Jalen Fox is fouled. He's going to head the line to shoot 2. It was getting kind of dire there. A little bit. They were trying to set things up. And Fox able to, I think he realized that, well, he's right in front of his bench, which helped. Hey, shot clock winding down. Just get something going. I think the Monarchs kind of bailed him out there.
Great awareness from Jalen Fox. As he knew the shot clock was going down, the best chance he had was to draw a foul right there. So as soon as the defender got close, he just threw it up there. And, I mean, he's doing his job right now. Jalen Fox is the guy that this team is going to need to rely on down the stretch in the last half of this second here, as well as Downs and Lydell. Hopefully Sweeney can get back on the floor and make an impact as well.
Fox missed the second, and that rebound picked up by Millender. Tom, does this look like a team that lost by 27 and 36, stolen by the Cougars? Atwater buries a three. We're tied up at 11:44. This does not look like a team that lost by 27,
to answer your
26.
question.
Good Lord. What a shot there by Atwater. 11:34 left. 63-63. Going to need a nap after this one. Wow. What a game. Nate Brown tries to back down Lydell. Shot is good. High off the glass. Great shot there by Nate Brown. Lydell with 3 fouls. Not much he can do there. Doss had it, kicked it out to Atwater. Floater in the lane, it's good. He answers over top of Nate Brown. Nate Brown hit the deck, 65-65.
Ashton Atwater, he's the difference maker right now with 15 points.
Big Alden Hilliker out there mopping that floor. He's been here every game this whole week. Kyle Millender has it, working on Lydell. Spins up and under, he's fouled. And they're going to call that on Lydell. That's going to be his 4th foul, leading his case.
That's a big one as well because Sweeney, your biggest guy and your best shooter, Lydell, both with 4 now, just one more before they're out of this contest. Kyle Millender as well at the line. So good at moving laterally side to side. You saw him on the post there and just spun around for a 180 turn and got the foul there. Nobody's moving side to side like he is at this moment.
7th team foul now for the Cougars. Millender makes the first. Leads now 66-65. Number 13. Josh Wilson checks back in for the Cougars. Lydell goes out. And Justin James back on the floor now. Maxey takes a rest with 10:40 left. They're both teams preparing for this final 10-minute push to get to Danville. And that is good. Millender made them both. 2-point lead now, Cougars. Needed to answer. They trail 67-65. Atwater to Doss. And the Cougars, they find Doss for the 3. And rebound picked up by Fox. What a great play. And he swarmed there underneath the basket. And the Cougars able to set it up. Atwater, that shot's off the front of the mark. And another offensive rebound. Caught by Downs. And just couldn't get it to go as the Cougars. Millender with that board. Couple opportunities there for the Cougars.
And Macomb fans just screaming to get a rebound at some point there.
And another foul call on the Cougars. So that's going to be their 8th foul. Josh Wilson gets called for that one. So that stops the clock just under 10 minutes, 9:57. Wilson with his first, 67-65. Monarchs, and guess who? Kyle Millender back at the line again.
He's dishing it off as 5 assists on the night. Make that 4 assists, 5 rebounds. And you're right, he's making it to the line. He's 3 of 4 from the charity stripe so far tonight.
All right, Downs goes off. Sweeney comes back in, and then it prompts McKenzie to come in. Justin James goes out. So keep an eye on Downs. I don't anticipate that he'll be on the bench for very long with his team now trailing by 2. Millender with a make. The lead's 3. That was the one-on-one, or 1-and-1. Made the first.
Cougars wanted to try to get out of there with just one free throw made there.
Exactly. They
Sniff it
played
under
it
the
off,
nose.
tried to inbound it and go. The wiki comes out, and Josh Hines checks in, along with Nate Brown, Millender, and Williams, and big Tate McKenzie. That doesn't go. Jalen Fox with the board, pushing it up the other way, up off the window and in.
Too easy.
68-67. Fox with a full head of steam, just never slowed down. Went right to the rack and got it to go.
Nobody was stepping in front of him to take a charge right there. That he was going 100 miles an hour.
9:36 left. Williams up top. Josh Hines in the corner for three. Rebound tracked down in the corner. That was Josh Wilson. Up to Fox. Goes baseline, spins. Shot off, no good. But there's John Sweeney. He got hammered from behind by Tate McKenzie. John Sweeney cleaning the boards for the Cougars.
And that's when Sweeney can get real aggressive. It's on that offensive side right in front of the basket. He's too close there to provide some sort of an offensive foul, so he can be ruthless grabbing those rebounds. And McKenzie got a lot of ball, but still some hand, and that's going to be a foul 10 times out of 10.
Sweeney with 8 points now and 14 rebounds for the Cougars. Missed the first.
This is where the saying "make your free throws" is huge, because down the stretch, both of these teams need to hit their free throws in a tight game like this.
I think they call them freebies, Tom, and these are so important here on a game where both teams trying to get to Danville. Sweeney missed them both. He followed his shot. The up and in. John Sweeney with the putback. It's good over top Tate McKenzie. And the Cougars lead 69-68 with 9:09 left. I apologize. Whoever's you're going to have to turn your volume down because we're jacked here up at the booth, man. Wow. Great job there by Sweeney to get that offensive board.
Yeah, somebody's got to box him out.
And you've got Doss on the ground rolling around. Got tangled up with Millender. And what's the call?
Jump ball, I think we're going down. KVCC ball.
Cougars basketball. They lead by 1. 8:54 left. Ron Maxey checks back in. Nate Brown goes out. Fresh legs here for both teams down the stretch. We're going to see a lot of substitution. Nate Brown's going to grab a drink and a seat. I'm sure he'll be back in here shortly. Ashton Atwater sets up the offense for the Cougars. 8:48 left. They lead by 1 into John Sweeney. That shot was initially blocked by Millender, and a jump ball. Okay, wow. It looked to me like it was just a clean block. He came back down, put it up, but they called the jump. So now the possession, it goes back to the Monarchs.
Yeah, Tate McKenzie doing a nice job getting all ball with that hand. And when those two hands are on the ball at the same time for a prolonged second or two, it's going to be called. You got to get it in.
And a timeout on the bench. That Monarchs couldn't get it in. Forced that timeout. So the Kalamazoo timeout. Seems like it would be a Monarchs timeout. Having a tough time get the inbound. Nope.
No, it's going to be a Macomb timeout. Millender had to call it because he would have been called for the 5-second and turn the ball over underneath his own basket.
You're right. So 69-68, 8:44 left here in the second half of this championship game. So a timeout on the floor. I think it's a full timeout. So we'll take a break. 69-68 Monarchs. 8:44 left. We'll be right back. All right, we're back here in Flint Town, Steve Schmidt Gymnasium. The Ballinger Fieldhouse is rocking. 69-68. It's everything we would hope it would have been. Sometimes you get these games and they get a little lopsided, and this one is definitely held up to the hopes.
Oh yeah,
this is a lot of fun.
Our last two matchups have been just like this. Awesome ball.
All right, Monarchs with it. Juwan Maxey across midcourt. Josh Wilson out on him. Millender has it. 18 on the shot clock. Waits for Doss to step out on him. He's Hines. All right, down to 7 on the shot clock. Williams goes baseline, up and in. Finger roll. Nasty shot there by Williams. Puts the Monarchs back up on top, 70-69. And Atwater answers. Quick basket there. He got down the court in about 2 seconds.
17 points for Ashton Atwater. He is really balling right now, and it's just the X factor at the moment. Him and Jalen Fox.
71-70. Cougars on top by 1. Under 8 minutes to play. Tate McKenzie has it. Hands off to Williams. Big screen there by McKenzie. Juwan Maxey for 3 in the corner. And that doesn't go, but he's fouled. He's heading the line to shoot 3 free throws. Stops the clock with 7:46 left. That's the 9th foul now on the Cougars, and that's the 3rd foul on Atwater.
3 on Atwater, 3 on Downs, 3 on Doss, 4 on Sweeney, and 4 on Lydell. They're playing with a lot of fouls and really have to be smart defensively.
Oh, Maxey missed the first, and he's not happy about it. Williams came over to give him a little bit of love, and that was a hard smack. Like, I got this. And got that one to go. So 71-71. Looks like we got a Wayne State Warriors coach walking through. See a lot of collegiate jerseys in this gym.
Yeah, from different states, too. Got some Ohio teams as well. They're grabbing anybody from these last 6 teams that are in this men's tournament. They're going to be a lot better next year.
All right, Maxey 2 out of 3 from the line. 72-71. Monarchs. 7:38 left. Joe Lydell back on the floor now for the Cougars. Spins. Gets the floater down the lane off the back of the rim. Tipped out by McKenzie. Here comes Maxey the other way. And Tobias Williams with the dunk. Nice job there by Maxey to find him. 74-71.
Instead of going up strong, maybe getting a foul or missing the shot, he
Oh,
was able
wow.
to go.
Jalen Fox had an open look. He tried to get it down low to Sweeney. Too strong. It goes out of bounds. So big turnover there. 74-71. 7:14 left here in the second half. Well, we're going to take a break here. I'll stay here. I just want to do a quick read. You can leave the music going, that's fine. I want to talk about Todd Hess for just a moment. He passed away this year. I mentioned him in some earlier broadcasts. Todd was our sports information director here at Mott. He did so much for the MCCAA and the NJCAA. He passed away on February 12th at the age of 58. He was the glue that held this thing together. And this tournament was really part of his vision. And he was everywhere. Every team that Mott had, he traveled. He followed all the teams in the MCCAA, just beloved. So Todd Hess looking down from up above, I'm sure he's proud of what's happening here in this gym. So we miss you, Todd. This one's for you. All right, back underway here. Millender has it. Downs on him. Juwan Maxey feeds Hines on the wing. He drives baseline. Gets the shot off. That doesn't go too strong. Rebound. Sweeney. What do we say? He's coming up on 16 rebounds now, I believe.
Yeah.
Jalen Fox for 3. Doesn't go. Hines skies for that rebound. 74-71. In the lane, no. Another rebound for Sweeney. And there's a foul call. That's going to be on Tate McKenzie. I believe. Yeah, indeed. Tate McKenzie. So that's 3 on him.
And a technical, I'm thinking.
Yeah, there's a tech.
Possibly.
Was it on the bench?
Could be on.
Yeah, Coach Chris Burns gets the technical. So, hey, the Monarchs are up 74-71. Sweeney's going to be at the line shooting a 1-and-1 plus a technical, right? And they get possession.
We'll see. I feel like the technical should come before the 1-and-1, but maybe not.
Looks like they're doing 1-and-1 right here. Unless they clear everybody out.
We'll watch how it unfolds in the next 30 seconds.
I made the front end of it. 74-72.
This is where John Sweeney can kind of define himself as a basketball player? Is he able to still play competitively, aggressively, but with 4 fouls and contain himself on both sides of the floor and make an impact at the same time?
Wow, 2 big free throws there for Sweeney. So, okay, there was a technical, unless they didn't call the tech. Maybe they talked about it, I guess. So he made them both. Cougars cut the lead to 1, 74-73.
Could have been a coach's warning as well.
Maybe that's what it was. Okay. All right, inside to McKenzie, backing down Sweeney. And found Millender. That shot was off the mark. Millender gets the board. Maybe that 4 fouls for Sweeney played a part in that basket. Millender able to get it done underneath, 76-73. Coming up on 6 minutes to play. Atwater works off the screen. Downs 4-3, and that's through. Brandon Downs with the make from Downstown. How about that? 76-76. Just under 6 now to go. Brandon Downs now with 10 points. Millender working on Lydell. Picked up his dribble. Got it back from Tate McKenzie. Inside, lefty, scoop and score.
He's doing it right now. How about Kyle Millender? That's his 12th point.
Just creating his own shot. Downs for 3 in the corner. And no, doesn't go. Tate McKenzie rips down that rebound. Quick outlet to Williams. Coming up on 5 minutes to play. McKenzie up and under. And that was blocked. Picked up by Williams. And Williams' shot doesn't go. Jalen Fox has it. Outlet to Joe Lydell. Cougars trail by 2. Atwater feeds. John Sweeney missed the first, followed his shot, and that goes. So he's got 14 to go along with those 17 rebounds. 78-78, 4:48 left. Monarchs with the basketball.
Cougars fans, as well as John Sweeney, heart skipping a beat on that one, but glad he was able to put that back in.
And Sweeney was trying to step out. They pulled his jersey to get back underneath. I think that was Fox or might have been Atwater. Like, get back underneath, big man.
Sweeney's gassed too right now.
Lydell has it. Sweeney on the block, kicks it out to Lydell, and he stepped out of bounds again.
He definitely did.
He made the three-pointer. I know that's the second time in this game he stepped out. First one was on the far side. So we're tied up at 78. Costly mistake there for the Cougars in a tie ball game with 4:21 left. That would have been a big basket.
Very costly. In a situation like this, I think you put your best defender on Joe Lydell and you cover him all game. You mirror him the entire rest of this game because he's on fire from outside, and you can't let him hit a big three-pointer to turn the tide.
All right, Millender has it, working up the left side. He's got Joe Lydell on him. Millender can create his own shot, goes baseline. And no foul call there. Was able to go around Lydell. And 80-78. 4 minutes to play. Atwater working on Millender. Looking for an outlet, lost the handle momentarily. And Lydell with an off-balance 3. And didn't even get his feet set on that. So that interesting play there. And Downs and Nate Brown collided, did a little bit of a headbutt. And I think they're going to call it on Downs. That's going to be his 4th foul. Looks like they're both okay.
That was a linebacker hitting a wide receiver doing a slant across the middle.
Yeah,
that was some big contact.
So Nate Brown at the line. He's going to be shooting 2 now. That's the 10th team foul for the Cougars. 3:48 left. Monarchs up by 2. Opportunity to extend the lead. Nate Brown with the make. He's now got 10 points. So John Sweeney checks back in with Tate McKenzie on the bench. He came out. I'm assuming McKenzie won't be sitting for long. So 2 free throws there made by Nate Brown. It's a 4-point lead for the Monarchs. 3:45 left. Atwater in the lane, and it goes. A little bit of a shooter's touch there. Cuts the lead to 2. Both teams each with 3 timeouts. 3:30 left, second half of this championship game, District B. Our final game of this 18-game schedule here in the gym, and that's going to be it for Joe Lydell. Blocking call on Nate Brown. Lydell's going to check out he's going to finish the day with 9 points. And Mikhail Doss checks in for him. Joe Lydell, the freshman guard for Mason. The leading scorer.
Tough play right there.
Yep, Cougars, and he's out. That puts Nate Brown back at the line. He's shooting 2. Monarchs are in the bonus. Nate Brown with another free throw. 83-80. 12 points now for Brown.
21 of 30 from the free throw line tonight so far for Macomb. Getting it done at 70%.
He made the second, so it is a 4-point lead. 3:20 left. Ashton Atwater comes up the left side, trying to shake Kyle Millender in the lane. He lost the handle. He got tripped up, and a quick foul call there on Millender. And that's another one that could have went either way. But that is the second on Millender. 8 team fouls now for the Monarchs. Atwater at the line, shooting 1-1, down by 4 with 3:14 left.
Ashton's been going to the line, going to the rim, excuse me, almost every single time he gets the ball. Do you know that he's going to the rim like that? Can't foul in a situation where he's able to get some free shots with the clock stopped.
All right, Atwater made the first, cuts the lead to 3. Wish the second. 2-point lead, 84-82. Edge of your seat if you're here in Steve Schmidt Gymnasium or you're watching from home. 1 possession game here. Nate Brown works off the screen. Trying to find Maxey. He lost the handle. Picked up by Nowicki off the window, up and in. Great job there by Nowicki to pick up that loose ball. Pushes the lead to 4. Atwater trying to set things up.
Oh, he's asking for Sweeney to get out of the paint.
And 3-pointer for Atwater. That's off the mark. That's a rebound by Nate Brown.
Atwater wanted to go ISO to the rim and try to draw another foul. Sweeney was sitting in the middle of that paint area looking for a feed.
Kyle Millender driving, backing in and out on downs, and that's Tobias Williams with the make, and it's a 6-point lead. 2:23 left. Jalen Fox, the floater, it goes. Wow, what a basket there. And John Sweeney with the steal. He got it to go. 88-86 with 2:13 left. I don't see there we go. The score is updated on the scoreboard. 88-86. John Sweeney. He's got some quick hands. That's twice now he's done that this game.
Pretty impressive 4-point swing right there. And Macomb, they're doing a great job down the stretch of hitting their free throws, making shots, but they're giving up buckets on the other end, right there. They're fouling guys at the rim for extra free throws. And that's what's really letting the Cougars back in this game. But give KVCC credit because they're fighting hard. Their guys are making shots too. Jalen Fox is hooping. He's got 21. So does Atwater. John Sweeney with 16 after that one, and he's playing with 4 fouls still.
And 19 boards for Sweeney. The big man's getting it done down the stretch, and his efforts have cut that lead to 2 points. There's 2:13, which is a lot of time here. All right, Atwater, Doss, down, Sweeney, and Fox. You've got Williams, Brown, Nowicki, Maxey, and Millender on the floor for the Monarchs.
They're going to check them up at half court.
All right, 2 minutes to play here in this one. Tobias Williams goes baseline. The two-hander jam. Nice feed there from Jawan Maxey, and it's back to a 4-point game. 90-86. Monarchs
Keep an eye on Brandon Downs running the baseline. He might get a kick out three.
Jalen Fox for three, and that is through. Jalen Fox.
I said Brandon Downs. I forgot about Jalen Fox and what he can do.
Forget about him. He's got 24 points. He's cut the lead to 1, and it's a 90-89 game with 1:32 left. What was the whistle?
5 of 7 from 3 for Jalen Fox for 24 points.
All right, Juwan Maxey picks it up. Tosses it over to Millender. 1:26 left. Williams in the corner. Back up top to to Maxey. Juwan Maxey for three, and that's down. Juwan Maxey buried it. Big time three-pointer there with 1:12 left. 93-89. Maxey with 14 points.
Need a bucket here if you're the Cougars.
And that shot doesn't go. Off the mark. Rebound. Millender off and running. We're under a minute to play here. It's a 93-89 lead for the Monarchs. They're looking to punch their ticket to Danville. Trying to close out this tough Cougars team.
Good call.
We got a timeout with 49.3 left. Monarchs on top, 93-89. And let's talk about Juwan Maxey with that 14 points and a couple nice assists down the stretch, the captain of the team. You know, and we talked about, Coach Nassam last year. This team went to the championship game against Milwaukee. Those experiences have just translated so much experience for guys like, Millender and James and Maxey and Williams. So I'm just really impressed with this Monarchs team here down the stretch.
Yeah, Kyle Millender's doing it all right now. He's got 5 assists, 14 points, creating his own shot, has some clutch buckets, and is running the point super well in a very close game late in the game. Also, Juwan Maxey, he did not have a good first half. And I think everybody would be able to tell you that because of the type of player that he is. What a job bouncing back in the second half for Maxey. 4 of 12 shooting. He has 10 points in this second half, and that's the biggest three of the game right there. That makes it a 2-possession game with 50 seconds to go. What a game-changing shot from number 11, the guy that you've been looking for all day long, and he delivers.
Yeah, the Cougars were able to get that long three from Fox. They cut it to 1, and that just, that's such a difficult play if you're a Cougars fan to see Maxey hit that shot. So the lead is 4, but I've been really impressed with this Cougars club as well. It's tough to beat a team 4 times in 1 year. And Atwater, Sweeney, and Fox, Downs, and Doss have been just scrapping. Joe Lydell on the bench with his 5th foul. All right, under a minute to play, 49 seconds. Monarchs with it. They lead by 4. And the Monarchs can kill some clock here. And foul call on Mikhail Doss. That's going to put Millender back at the line again. We've said that a few times today.
That's one of the guys you want to foul. Millender 4 of 6 from the line. Emmaus Williams is 6 of 10. Maxey 3 of 5. But Nate Brown's the guy that needs to be on the floor shooting these free throws right now. 7 of 7 at the line. Let's see if they can get number 1 the ball next time there's a foul.
Millender at the line. First one on the way. Off the back of the rim. So it's a good foul, I guess, if you're a Cougars fan. Nowicki checks back in.
You're able to get 1 of 2 here. If you're Millender, that's big because required 3 or more fouls coming if you can make it to 5, because we just saw the Cougars take a 4-point swing on their own basket, and then turning the ball over was Macomb immediately, and Sweeney got a bucket.
A defensive substitution there. Nowicki comes in. Brown goes out. 40.5 left. And we got a timeout on the floor with 40.5 left here in the second half of this District B championship. It's the Monarchs 94 and the Cougars 89. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. All right, back at it here at Steve Schmidt Gymnasium. Looking to close this one out. Monarchs lead by 5 points, 94-89. Big possession here for the Cougars. They're going to have to go the full length of the court there with Jalen Fox on the inbound. They've only got 40 seconds. They're going to have to score quickly. Atwater has it up the left side. I think he can't get off a shot. He'll be looking for downs, I'm sure. And he did. Got the shot off. And loose ball. Sweeney had a couple cracks at it. And Juwan Maxey runs out and gets that basketball, and he's fouled. Stops the clock at 28. And that's the 5th foul now for number 5, Brandon Downs. So the 3-point specialist for the Cougars checks out. Cougars down by 5. That's a big foul right there.
And they had the second chance. Atwater had a good drive to the rim. Sweeney with the rebound coming off of that right there. He wasn't able to make the basket go. And credit to Macomb, able to get out with it. Maxey within traffic.
Juwan Maxey with the make. Leads now 6 points. Yeah, Sweeney had a couple cracks at it. Couldn't get it to go down. Ball knocked out. Maxey wouldn't got and got fouled. Made a bowl. 7-point lead. And another timeout on the floor. We can stay right here, Tom. I think the Monarchs are 28 seconds away from Danville. They can feel it. Just maybe one more stop is all they need. It's definitely not over yet. It's going to be a tough challenge with Downs and Lydell on the bench. But, hey, we've seen Jalen Fox bury a long three-pointer. Ashton Atwater knocked down a three-pointer. They're going to have to find a miracle here to get it done.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with how the Monarchs are sinking free throws down the stretch, and that's kind of what's put this game out of reach for the Cougars is points at the charity stripe. Macomb's done a nice job of it, and that dish down to Tamias Williams, that was a big chance as well to gain 2 more points back. This Cougar team, they're playing well, but they've had to play catch-up all game long, and even the big shots that they're hitting, they're getting responded to right by Macomb, either at the rim or from deep.
Yeah, Cougars were able to got to put themselves in a bit of a lead. I think the largest lead in the second half was 3 points, but that's really where the Monarchs were able to get it done and be able to push that lead back to their end. So they now lead by 7. Yeah, one final just thank you to the table down there. Those guys have been here all week. The back office there in the Bruin Club, they've been feeding everybody and just doing a wonderful job. Mont Bear stepping up and doing a great job here this week. As we close out this tournament, 24 seconds left. Cougars have to score quick, but there's a steal. That's Justin James able to come away with it. Juwan Maxey dribbles out to midcourt, and he's able to keep it alive. That's Josh Hines. Finally, he's fouled. 11.9 on the clock. Josh Hines be heading to the line, and I think that should about seal it. Jalen Fox gets called for the foul. That experience we talked about. Headsy play there by Maxey to not take it in to dribble and try to kill a few more seconds. Hines missed the first.
What a performance here from Macomb. Down the stretch, it was a tight game. KZU had the lead for a good little portion there for a few minutes. It was very impressive to see them make all the shots down the stretch.
All right, no foul here is what the crowd's saying. Jalen Fox for 3. That's off the back of the rim. Juwan Maxey with the board. He clears it. That's going to do it. That will do it here in Flint, Michigan. The Steve Schmidt Gymnasium closing out the Great Lakes Tournament. It's the Monarchs, 97-89 over the Cougars. Monarchs advance to the National Championship. Danville, Illinois. Tournament starts on March 13th. We'll see where they get seated. They're going to get a lot of consideration. One of the top teams in the country. Won the Eastern Conference this year. They improved to 28-3. I assume they're going to have a really high seed, Tom.
Oh, yeah.
So what's your final thoughts here? Appreciate you coming up from the 248 up here in the Flint town. Did a great job in all the calls this weekend. Enjoyed every game with you. That was a great time.
Thanks a lot, Chad. I had a lot of fun covering all the games, whether it was in the morning doing solo games and joining you for the later slate. Every single game from the women's side to the men's. It was a lot of fun. So much good basketball. Tons of talent on this floor. And Macomb showcasing it here in the final game. Your 3 winners from the day, St. Clair County, they get it done. Hocking wins in a thriller. And Macomb here right now, 97-89. So many players of the game here. Tamias Williams had 26 points, but how about Kyle Millender and Juwan Maxey? Those guys were the glue, hitting big shots, getting to the rim when you needed to, and in those final couple of minutes, Macomb was either, we could go on a scoring drought and lose this thing, or we're going to hammer every single shot home, and they made, I think, 4 or 5 straight shots, whether it be Williams, Millender, McKenzie. Those guys were incredible, and I think the fouls for the Cougars plagued them early on in this one, and it was tough to really match up against some of these players for the Monarchs because of it, but hats off to the Cougars. Hopefully they get an at-large bid. They went undefeated in their conference. I don't see why they wouldn't get a bid. Incredible team over there, a lot of shooters. But Macomb, they're already in. Get that golden ticket punched. Very, very excited for this team to take on all their opponents in Danville in a couple weeks.
Absolutely. Well said, Tom. So next up is that we're going to announce our all-tournament team. We'll stay through that. We'll share those names as well as our MVP here for the tournament. And then there'll be some hardware that's awarded to both teams. They'll announce their Coach of the Year for District B. Gosh, I wonder who that's going to be. And then we'll let Dante take over for that portion. So, we thank you for tuning in. I'll at least stay on throughout the initial announcement by Dante. Let's see if we got any chatter there in the game chat.
Also want to give a huge shout out to SID and Director of Region 12 Communications, Tim Johnston, and also the Athletic Director here at Mott, Al Perry. Those guys were the reason I was able to come out here this weekend and cover the games. A major, major thank you to those guys to be able to give me this opportunity to work with you, Chad. It was awesome. Tons of fun.
Yeah, you did such a great job. Well, we're going to at least announce the all-tournament team, and we'll toss it over to Dante. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Tom Cavanaugh, I'm Chad Tom. And, thanks to the Mott Athletics Department. Kind of sad this is my last basketball game of the year. I got 2 on deck tomorrow night for Goodrich, but as the high school season winds down, I'm waiting for that call. Hey, maybe they need a broadcast team out there in Danville. I don't know who does those games, but I can travel if needed.
So can I.
It would be a lot of fun, even if it's a first-round game. Going to be interesting to see. There's so many choices on the MVP. I mean, I'm sure there's an algorithm, a little bit of math doing based on averages and whatnot, but it's going to be interesting to see who gets that nod. So many great players.
I mean, you had Tamias Williams with 26 points, 4 turnovers, and then you have Kyle Millender with 15 points, 1 turnover. Millender also with 7 rebounds and 5 assists, but Williams, a big double-double. He had 26 points, 12 rebounds.
Brandon Downs, the all-tournament team. Brandon Downs, the freshman guard from Coldwater, is our first add to the all-tournament team here for District B. Great selection there. I was really impressed. That 30-point performance the other night.
Yeah, he can shoot it, man.
Jalen Fox, sophomore from South Haven, the 6'4", 190-pound forward. Play a little guard, too. Number 32, Jalen Fox. Well deserved.
Yeah, he was one of
heck of a basketball player.
One of the best competitors I saw this week, for sure. And he hit some big shots as well to keep his team in the game.
6'4", sophomore guard from Detroit Edison Public School. Number 2, Kyle Millender. He was money today.
Completely deserves it. He took care of the basketball, running the point guard position, got to the basket on his own, finished at the rim, and he was awesome at the free throw line as well. I mean, come on. Millender, he was 5 of 8 from the free throw line.
No surprise there. Juwan Maxey, all-tournament team, the 6'1" guard from Detroit. Renaissance. Mr. Basketball, I believe, right?
Oh, yeah.
The guard for Macomb, he's all-tournament team. And, I wonder who's going to get the MVP.
Yeah, number 12.
Myas Williams, a 6'7" sophomore forward, played at Dakota. He is your MVP here in District B, and that is a kind of a no-brainer in my opinion. A monster game today. What did he put up? 26 points and 17 or 12 boards?
Yeah.
All right, that was fun. Well, we'll kick it back over to Dante so you all can hear all of these names announced, and there'll be a presentation for the awards, and then after that, they're going to crank up the tunes. We're going to hear the one shining moment for the net cutting ceremony. I'm sure that ladder is close by. We'll see that come out here shortly. So, hey, thanks everybody. That was so much fun. We appreciate you tuning in all weekend, and we'll be back here, I guess, in the fall.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Chad Tom Cavanaugh. We'll talk to you all soon. Have a great night.
men's basketball championship flag. Congratulations to both teams, and best of luck to the Monarchs in March 18th through the 23rd in Danville, Illinois at the National Championships. Congratulations, Macomb. And now, the Monarchs will participate in the ceremonial neck cutting.